Hi guys and welcome to Deck Check episode 10. This time it's time for Mystery's Challenger deck, which is the Paladin deck. So there's just millions of builds. This deck is just so flexible. So the fun fact is that a lot of pro players, when they were evaluating the cards, they said Mystery's Challenger is actually a bad card. I did that the same. I was looking at the card and I was like, there are not that many Paladin secrets that are good. So I don't know if you can actually play the card. But in fact, it's an amazing card because whenever you play it on 6 and you get a couple of secrets, it's great value. It's a great minion, great stats. And when you play it, if you just get Noble Sacrifice and Avenge, that's just amazing. So there's a lot of lists. There's the best aggressive one, which is Secret Keepers. Well, I wouldn't say it's the best, but I was looking for one list that will actually fit me, and I found this one. But before I talk about the list, I want to talk about overall what you can face. So when you face the Secret Paladin, there can be Secret Keepers, a lot of aggressive cards, like Leper Gnomes, Argent Squire, and they don't have Tyrion mostly. They have just super aggressive cards and then secrets. There are versions which are more mid-rangey, like this one. There are versions which are even more mid-rangey with like Aldor Peacekeeper and Murloc Knight, and some of them that are aggressive with just Tyrion. People play Sludge Belchers, so there is no one list to rule them all. But I think this list that Cross played, Cross is a player from NA, I believe. It's really nice, really nice. So what's good about this list is that there is less secrets, which means that the deck is a bit more stable. You don't want to really draw into Repentance, Redemption, Noble Sacrifice after Mulligan, but there is only one Redemption, one Repentance, so the chance that you are going to draw into it is pretty slim. There's a lot of good early minions like Anoyatron, Haunted Creeper, Knife Juggler, Shielded Minibot. There's double Coghammer. I think Coghammer is actually the MVP of the deck. Most of the if the Paladin list doesn't run Coghammer, I think that's a huge mistake. This card is just swinging games. This makes your shielded minibot have shield, and it's like reshield. So for example, you attack into something, then you play Coghammer. Coghammer, the fact that it can attack into minions, it helps you to win early game control, and you need that. You absolutely need that. If you go behind, you might be in trouble. Like most of the aggro Paladin lists, when they lose board by turn 5-6, they just lose the game. And this list can actually come back, but I will talk about it in a moment. Coghammer is absolutely a great card to win the early game. It also helps you to win mid game, because let's say you have this Mystery's Challenger. I will not talk about Spectral Knight for now, but if you have Mystery's Challenger, or maybe you have Dr. Boom, you can attack with the bombs, then you can play Coghammer, Divine Shield the Boom, taunt the Boom, and then go for face or kill a big priority minion. So Coghammer, the fact that it gives you Divine Shield, is really nice. Master for Battle, obviously, to just keep refreshing the board. One True Silver Champion, I was always missing it. I was missing it from other lists. I think you needed to just go for big taunts or to just deal damage as well. It's 8 damage for 4 mana. It's pretty good. Blessing of Kings. So Blessing of Kings serves a couple of purposes. Again, because you have Divine Shield on some minions, you have an Urchin, you have Shielded Minibot, and you have also the Coghammer. You can buff the minion and you can have a great trade. But sometimes you just need to go for face. You just need to Blessing of Kings and just close your eyes and go for face with your King of the Dudes being a 5/5 or whatever else you actually buff. So you have a lot of reach and you have a lot of flexibility, because sometimes you can either deal damage or you can fight for the board. Consecration, I think, is absolutely needed as well. One Consecration, or the fear of Consecration, is something that you want to have in your deck and in your disposal. Pirate Shredders, I will not talk about the card. It's just auto included in almost every deck. Lotheb, just to to stop the AoEs like Flame Strikes, like maybe whatever else they can do, like Swipe. Lotheb, I think, is really solid. It's a great 5-drop you want to have and you want to play before Mystery's Challenger. And before Mystery's Challenger, there's a Spectral Knight. A Spectral Knight is a 5-drop that you can play on curve, and then you play Mystery's Challenger. And if Spectral Knight actually gets Avenge, it's a 7/8 minion. That's untargetable. Like, how do you remove that? You normally use spot removal, but there is no spot removal that can deal with Spectral Knight because you can't target it. So you have to run a minion into it. But then, like, maybe if you have your Coghammer, you can actually get a Spectral Knight with Divine Shield and Taunt, and that's just amazing. The key of the deck overall is to just curve out. So you start with a 2-drop, then you go into 3-drop, like Coghammer. You deal damage, you trade minions, then you 4-drop, like Blessing of Kings, to get even more value. Pilot Shredder is the best 4-drop you can play. You turn 5 Lotheb or Spectral Knight, and then turn 6 Mystery's Challenger, and your board is already really great, and you're probably winning. And maybe your opponent can deal with that, and then you slam boom, and they're like, oh my god, how do I deal with that? And then you finish with Tyrion, and your opponent is just dead, because there is no way he can deal with the best card on curve every turn. And that's your best strategy. Obviously, it will not always happen like that. You will have to create the dudes, and you will have to make the trades. But some games, I just played cards on curve, and it's so powerful, it's really hard to deal with. And that's basically the list. So Mystery Challenger, there's less secrets. There is one Repentance, because if you play it, if you don't draw into Repentance, you can get the full Christmas tree, which is all the six secrets. Oh, actually 5, right? Yeah, there's 5 secrets. So you get 5 secrets, which is pretty nice. And just having one Repentance is alright as well. Okay, so that's the list. That's the Crossedin. And let's jump in and see a couple of games and see how it works. So the first game is going to be versus Shaman. Shaman is not that popular on ladder, but it's good to see how the Shaman works. It sometimes shows up, and I'm obviously getting the curve, so I might start with the Avenge turn 1. I think there is no reason to wait. There is nothing Shaman can do with the secrets anyway, but sometimes you can just coin a minion as well. Versus the Cogmaster, I think Haunted Creeper might be a play as well, but you want to use the coin for something like Challenger on 5. Especially because there is a Piloted Shredder. So you want to have the options. I'm going with the Hunter Creeper now into those small mechs. It's a mech Shaman, so I know that for now. It's a very aggressive version. And I'm already at 18 health, and it's only turn 3. So using the Juggler and trying to snipe the mech here, I actually made it, so that's pretty good for me. I was able to turn around the game with that single Knife Juggler turn. I have a couple of secrets. So now with the Cogmaster, he goes for face. There's no noble sacrifice, and now he needs to decide what to do. There's no Lightning Storm. There's just the Piloted Shredder. So I'm getting my minions buffed. I'm still at 17, so it's pretty dangerous versus Mech Shaman. Well, we need to trade the minions. So we have the good curve, more or less. We will have Piloted Shredder. We have Mysterious Challenger as well. I'm deciding to just clean some minions. I can't deal with Piloted Shredder without losing my Juggler, so I decide to keep it. And Mech Shaman is obviously trying to go for face as much as possible. I get a True Silver Champion. That provides me with some heals, and there is those 2 Piloted Shredders that I need to deal with. I decide to kill the first one. There is Mad Scientist. No secrets for Shaman, so I can easily kill it. And then what to do with the second Shredder. I decide to go into the second one, hit with the knife. There is a True Silver Champion. Frostwolf Grant is not great. So for now, I just... what to say, I leave the Mad Scientist. But there was a knife hit, so I'm taking the game back from him. But 10 versus this kind of Shaman is really dangerous, especially if he has a weapon up. I have no taunts. I have True Silver Champion, so I probably need to go for the heals. Need to kill the totem as well in case he has the Flame Tongue. But if I play Mysterious Challenger, there's Noble Sacrifice. Noble Sacrifice protects me, and I set up lethal for next turn because I have 16-20 with the Blessing of the Kings. That's still 20 because I only will have 7 mana. But he goes for the Noble Sacrifice, and now the big question is, does he have 10 points of damage from 7 mana? It's possible, but unlikely. And he has Lightning Storm. With Lightning Storm, he tries to clear the board. It's tough. He wasn't able to do that really. With a couple of air shocks, he actually clears some stuff, but there is 14 damage incoming, and I take game number 1. Alright, so Hunter is the next opponent. I have the shielded mini-bot, so that's pretty good versus Hunters. I have the coin as well. A Blessing of Kings, Dr. Boom, Mysterious Challenger, that's something you throw away. You want to have in the early opening 2 drops, maybe... You don't really want the secrets, but I think you want to have 2-drop, 3-drop, and 4-drop. So you're looking for Coghammer, especially versus Hunter. You want to have maybe double shielded mini-bots and some stuff to react to the minions. There is Noble Sacrifice to just deal with the beast early. I think that's fine. And if he would not attack somehow, I will be able to maybe protect my shielded me bot. And I got rid of the web spinner, so nothing is going to ping my shield, and I'm just able to follow up, and this contests the elephant easily as well. So now on the Hunter side, there is Misha. That's pretty annoying, but there is Consecration, so I'm able to deal with that board easily. With the shielded mini bot as well, and I already took 3 damage. That's not much, and I have a minion on board, so this is a good opening. He misses turn 4 almost. There's a quick shot, but I can just open with Piloted Shredder. I have the initiative. I'm the one playing the minions. I can also go for Master of Battle here, but Piloted Shredder seems so good. If I go for Master, I can go Master and Commander Spirit, so that's a play where I hope there is no Juggler and Unleash the Hounds, and it's a bit risky. But if there is no Unleash, no Juggler, this can really pay off. He decides to check what the secret is. He knows it's not second Noble Sacrifice, so just killing a couple of minions. I get Competitive Spirit, get a 2/2. It's not big, but it's something, and that's a minion he will have to deal with. Because he used Unleash, I just immediately follow up with a second Master for Battle. I would not expect the second Unleash. I can expect Explosive Trap, but there was a Web Spinner, and not everybody is playing Explosive Trap. Alright, so Hunter starts to trade, and now absolutely I do have the initiative. I can go with the Cog Hammer if I want to, Pilot the Shredder as well. Now the question is, how important is it to clear a Leok? I think it's pretty important if he has the Ham Master. You always want to deny the beast. Also, something like a Wrangler can absolutely ruin your day. So killing a beast is always good as long as you just keep the control of the board and push forward. So now it's on Hunter's side. What can Hunter really do? We've seen Unleash, there is Explosive Trap. He uses the Owl to silence the Haunted Creeper. I didn't have any control over what actually gets taunted. And eventually he has second Unleash. I'm pretty unhappy about that one. And it's getting a bit dangerous. We're going really low, and he has 7 points of damage. If he would go for face here, we will be in trouble. But somehow this Hunter is actually afraid of what we can do as a Paladin. And well, turn 7, Dr. Boomplay. I can't really deny the beast, but I can't deny the owl at least. And now, is there a Hunter's Mark? One dog is not much, but you know, versus Hunter, it's always dangerous. And we are racing. Somehow Hunter was able to actually deal a lot of damage to me. And I have 9 plus 2, 11 on my side, 15 with Blessing of the Kings. He decides to kill one of the bombs. The bomb actually doesn't deal that much damage. There is Malorn from Web Spinner. Well, Malorn is dangerous. I'm in no position to have lethal, and I just need to clear this Malorn. I can't leave Malorn on board, and I can't get damage as well, because the possibility was just to bomb it and try to maybe hit it with the bomb. So with Blessing of Kings, you can see I just used it as a 4 damage spell. I have 2 good minions on board. I have 9 damage total. There is a Flare that doesn't do anything to our deck at this moment. That's why, you know, playing Flare is awkward sometimes. Versus Paladin, you play it and it doesn't do much. And I just push with damage. I hope that with 3 cards in hand and 10 mana, he will not have 10 damage that he can deal. And it's unlikely, because I thought this is the mid-range Hunter. There's the Savannah High Mage is showing that there is a mid-range. He has a taunt, but this is enough for us to finish the game, so we have lethal on board. With the Knife Juggler, well, the Knife Juggler doesn't even matter. Attack with the Spider, with Haunted Creeper, get some damage in, and Hunter recognizes the Star and concedes the game. And the last game I have for you today is Paladin versus Paladin. Mirror matches are really common. There is a lot of them. The mirror matches are about who gets the board before there is a Mistress Challenger. Because if Mistress Challenger is being played on empty board, it's really easy to deal with the secrets. It's always just attack phase. It gets buffed with with Avenge. It's a big minion. Then the 2/1 actually gets redemptioned. And whoever gets the board wins the game. And I have a really good opening with Master of Battle, with the Coin, with Shredder, with Spectral Knight, and Mistress Challenger. This is exactly what you want. You want curve. And as long as you have the curve, and if you're one being aggressive, you will be in a good shape. So there is a secret from his side. It's not Noble Sacrifice, and it's not Noble Sacrifice. I still just continue going for face. Competitive Spirit doesn't do much. It just buffed the Spectral Spider, Haunted Creeper. Haunted Creeper being a 2/3 doesn't do a lot. And right now I have the input advantage. I had the Avenge, so I'm the one being aggressive. And with Pilot Shredder, that's the tempo. That's the tempo thing. I do have the tempo here. I'm the one who attacks face, and another Paladin has just to trade with my minions. He can't go for face himself because I have more power on board. And that's exactly what he's going to do. There is a Snow Chugger for him in Consecration. He was able to turn around the game, and unless he thinks he was, because he cleared my board. Now it's time to do something else. There was a Consecration. Spectral Knight seems nice, but Master of Battle after Consecration seems even better. I'm able to just play a couple of minions again. Redemption doesn't really hit the Spectral Spider. So it's good that I didn't play the Spectral Knight, because it will be a 4/1. Mistress Challenger with a good board, but he doesn't have that many secrets himself. He only has 3 secrets. So now I just follow up with my Mistress Challenger. And the big question is, do you attack or do you not attack? Most of the time, it's better not to attack, because if you hit Noble Sacrifice, there's Avenge just landing on one of the minions, and then Redemption, you add 5 extra damage to the board. If there is a Competitive Spirit as well, it's even more, like 8 damage added. So I decided not to attack, but there is a noble sacrifice on my side, as well as redemption and avenge. Oh, actually redemption, there's no redemption. Alright, combative spirit though, and now we're in a situation where you can just play around the secrets. Actually, it's really easy to play around the secrets if you know what's up. You know, there's always this one noble sacrifice. You need to be wary of the juggler, because with the noble sacrifice and redemption, it's two juggles flying. Right now I have 12 plus 1, 13. I can't really play Blessing of Kings. So now it's a matter of just evaluating who can I go face or not. Like, is it the time? And it's absolutely not the time to go for face, because I can clear the board and protect myself with Anarchon. So I hope that he will have to attack with both minions into that Anarchon. Unfortunately for me, he has the Blood Knight. So this 9/8 might connect to face or kill something on my side of the board. I do have some damage. He decides that 9 is too much and goes for face. And with that, that's actually it. I do have my Blessing of Kings. I do have my minions as well. And I finished the game on exact lethal. Alright, so that's the Crossedin. Have fun with it on ladder, and good luck.
This video is brought to you by G2A.com.